Today is the day that I need to be present in order to make sure all those things happen. What's shaking? Welcome back to All In with Rick Jordan. I'm your host, Rick Jordan. And hey, before we dive in today, share this episode, share a couple episodes with 3 people because that's the only way that we grow. We need your help to keep growing and reaching more people and helping more people. So share this out. Today, it's just me and you get me for a little bit because there's stuff that's been on my mind. Here's what I want to go through today. As you start to wake up in the morning, as you begin to just think about your day, I'm not talking the night before, because the night before you can be like, hey, I'm going to sleep, right? I can just relax and tomorrow I'm going to deal with it. I hear that a lot, and that's cool because everybody needs rest. You get up in the mornings and you're like, okay, what's my day look like today? And you're like dreading it, right? Have you been there? Have you been there to where you're saying, you know what, today is just going to be horrible. Today's going to suck. I've got these things that are going on today. I'm going to walk into work. I'm going to walk into a relationship. I'm going to walk into my family. I'm going to walk into my doctor's appointment. I'm going to walk into the restaurant that I'm meeting a friend at. And you're thinking, I do not want to do this today. Why? Ask yourself those questions. Are you doing this to yourself? Are you bringing yourself to a point to where you're like, you're setting your days up to where it's not something that you want to do? When I wake up in the mornings, I take a look at my calendar every single morning. I don't get on Instagram. I actually keep off of that. Sometimes I'll look at the news. I'll sit for breakfast and I'll tend to like stare out the window just into nothing. And this is a period of reflecting. In the mornings is when I usually write my Rick thoughts, my straight truths. And then I post it on Instagram really, really early in the mornings. If you follow me at Mr. Rick Jordan on Instagram, do that right now. If you don't, you'll see those. And that's when they pop up as super early in the mornings because that's my time of reflection. I don't even think about what I'm going to be doing that day. I actually think of what has been going on in my life, how I woke up, the emotions that I'm feeling. And that's the time that I used to actually like build myself up. It's funny because these stories on Instagram, I have people, whether it's family, friends, people that are in my company, whatever, be like, hey, was this targeted at me today? And it's like, no, it's not, because this is what I'm going through and what I'm thinking about right now. So when I read this, I'm like talking to myself. That's what I'm doing in the morning. I'm talking to myself. Why do I do that? Because I like to begin every day as if it were on purpose. I like to begin every day as if it was intentional. I don't like let life just lead me into itself and just create these things around me, because everything that's happening right now is out of my own creation, whether I did it consciously with intention or whether because of choices that I made, that's why these events are taking place. But everything that's around me right now are things that I've created. When I sit, that's super heavy because you start to think and internalize. It's like, man, because there's other things that people can do for you, for sure. But then here's the problem is when you wake up in the morning, you're like dreading the day and you're thinking that your life sucks. You know what? Nobody wants to wake up and be like, man, my life is going to suck today. You know what? It could very well suck. And the suck is just a factor right now. But what are you going to do to correct that? Because as you start to begin this morning, I don't know what you do when you get up. When I get up, I don't lay in bed for more than 5 minutes. When I get up, I typically eat breakfast right away because I have intention and purpose behind it. After I eat breakfast, I work out. After I work out, I shower. After I shower, I begin my day. While I'm eating my breakfast and sitting and reflecting is when I write these Rick thoughts, because it's speaking to me. It's like, what do I need to do to get myself in the right mindset today so that I can be present in everything that I'm doing? Did you hear that? I can be present. And that's what I'm talking about today. You begin with intention, you begin with purpose every single day so that you can be present. Yeah, there's other people that depend on you. There's people that are saying, hey, you know what? I need Rick to show up today. Who's talking to you that they need you to show up today because you have to stroll into something? You know, when I'm in an event or whatever, I've always said this, it's like I'm on from the moment I walk in the door until the moment I hit my pillow at night because there's an expectation around it. But you know what? I want to show up that way for me. I want to be present so that I can accomplish what I want to do, so that I can create what I want to create, so that I can present myself the way that I want to present myself. I can't do that if my head is somewhere else thinking about how much this day is going to suck. I can't do that if I just sit there and say like, woe is me. I don't wake up and like saying, man, you know, I hope my day doesn't suck today. No, I start looking at what's going on inside of me, what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what I created the previous day and saying, what do I need to address? What behaviors do I need to change? What actions do I need to take today around things that I've been mulling over in order to create what I want to create today, tomorrow, the next week, the next year, the next 10 years of my life? Today is the day that I need to be present in order to make sure all those things happen. You want to stay in bed for like 15 minutes? Cool, that's your thing. Awesome. You want to stay in bed for an hour, maybe 2 hours, you know, just laying there, dreading your day? You don't want to face your day? Why? Why is that? What have you done? What have you allowed in your life where you're at the point to where you're saying, I can't do this right now? What do you need to change so that you can do this? What do you need to shift so that when you wake up, you're like, okay, you know what? I got stuff going on right now, but this is what I wrote the other day. It's like your whatever can be a reason why you couldn't because it sucks. Your whatever can be a reason right now why you can't because it sucks. But don't let your whatever be a reason why you won't, meaning what you won't create for today, for tomorrow, for that next week. In those morning times when you wake up, sit and reflect upon yourself. Dads, moms, especially if you're single moms or single dads, I know you probably got kids and they're the ones that wake you up. I remember, you know, I had twins and they would play with each other, but then when it's like time to get on, it's like, okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to get them up now. That's cool because they're awesome in your lives. You know, you have to show up for them too. How are they going to feel if you're not present? If you're just thinking, you know, everything around me is just horrible right now. And you know what? It may be horrible. It may just be horrendous to where you don't feel like you want to face the day. But that day's going to be the same day tomorrow. That day's going to be the same day the day after that if you don't shift things right now to be present. You can't change things in your life if you're not present to think about them, if you're not present to take action around them, if you're not present to shift your behaviors and create what you want. It requires you to be present. I'm a little bit of a dork and a Star Wars fan. There's a phrase that Yoda used to say that is something that still resonates with me because whatever it came from Star Wars, it's freaking true. Because it was, you know, be mindful of the future, but not at the expense of the moment. That's so huge. That's so powerful. And this is what I'm talking about because you can think about the future. You can plan about the future. And that's exactly what I'm talking about right now. But not to where you're taking yourself, and I've been guilty of this, taking yourself out of today because you don't feel like dealing with the things that are happening right now in your life. You don't feel like facing the music that you've already created around you. You don't feel like taking action on things you need to take action on. You don't feel like you want to shift behaviors so that you create this thing that you deserve, this life that is just waiting for you to step into, this life that is just waiting for you to grab a hold of. It's sitting right there. It's not going to work. It's not going to be there if you don't grab it. It's not going to work. It's not going to be there if you don't be present right now to do what you need to do to make that life that you deserve happen. Avoiding that life that you deserve is letting your mind, your heart, your emotions go somewhere else. You know, and that's very natural to do. It's a human thing to do because none of us likes when it sucks. Geez, there's times in my life where I was ill, where I've had different things going on, people problems. It's like, man, I don't feel like dealing with this. Once you do, though, once you actually take that head on and formulate what you need to change, what you need to take action on, as soon as you do, things are going to start to fall into place. You know what? It may not be perfect. It won't be perfect. I'm going to tell you that right now, is that it won't be perfect as soon as you decide to take action, because there's always this transition period. You know, no matter how fast you integrate, and I integrate new things super quick. It's just how I work. It's like when I lost weight, it was like a snap decision. It's like, I am not going to be this way from here on out. But you know what? I didn't drop the 80 pounds that day. It took 15, 16 months to do this. It takes time to take that shift, but you have to freaking make the decision first. For years and years, I was not present enough to say that, you know what, I need to make this change in my life. I need to take action right here. But the day that I did was the start of grabbing onto that life that I deserve. And once I got that right, then I got my mind right, because I got my body right. And then once all that was there, it's like everything was right there. And I remember people starting to work for me. It's like, does this awesome stuff happen to you every day? I'm like, yeah, when my mind's right, when I'm in the right place. This is what happens to me every single day. When I'm present, everything falls in line. What's taking you today out of being present? What don't you want to deal with? What don't you want to face? What's staring you down right now, and you're just kind of hiding your face over to the side, like pretending like a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old saying, like the hide and seek, that like, you can't see me, I'm covering my eyes, you can't see me. Hey, guess what? It can still see you. You're just avoiding it. And I get it, because some stuff really, really sucks. And it's okay, because the suck doesn't have to last forever. I used to use this phrase, embrace the suck. You know what? That was a stupid phrase of mine that I used for so many years. It was around entrepreneurship. It was around life, around transitions and all that stuff. Embrace the suck. You know what? You can learn from the suck. But why do you have to embrace the suck? I was wrong when I was saying that stuff years ago, because that was also a way for me not to be present, because like embracing the suck and saying, you know what? Okay, I'm dealing with this right now. I'm just going to let it like overwhelm me and just take a hold of me, and I'm going to embrace this suck right now. That was stupid of me. I'm telling you this, that I was stupid when I thought that way, because that also was not being present, because it shifted me from being able to take action to just sitting there and doing nothing. I was not present when I tried to embrace the suck. Why don't you change the suck? Why don't you kill the suck? Why don't you take action to eliminate the suck? This is me talking to myself like 10 years ago now. Don't embrace the suck. What if it could be easy? What if those difficulties that you're facing right now and the outcome that you want could be easy to get to? What a concept. When all you have to do is shift something, change a behavior, take action, be present right now in order to have it be easy. What a concept. Your whatever caused you to be where you're at right now, and it sucks. Your whatever could be the reason why you can't right now, and it sucks. But don't let it be your whatever is the reason that you won't. Create what you want, grab that life that you deserve, and be present.